All right, we just finished up our heavy preparation for Michigan, and we went, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. A lot of preparation, a lot of work for a very good team. They do a lot of things offensively that we have to prepare for. A lot of shifts, motion, trades. It's going to require a lot of communication and, eye discipline. The mental end of things is going to be very important for our team as well, obviously, as the physical. And then offensively, defensively, they bring pressures and change fronts, multiple coverage looks. So, a lot at us going into week 2. So the preparation this week changed from, just play physical and fast to we had to add a lot of the mental end of the game for our team. And we're going to have to blend both the mental and the physical on Saturday against Michigan. So, at times, good things during practice. Other times, do it again. That was a lot this week. We got to rep it again because we got to get it right. For us to beat Michigan, we've got to be on, and we got to be on our assignments and make sure that we're doing the little things the right way. So finish that today, and tomorrow we'll have walkthroughs, and Saturday we will do the same thing in the stadium on Saturday. We'll keep our same routine with the Saturday night, but we'll drive up to the stadium. We actually have a shakeout Saturday in the stadium. So that's our routine leading up to the game on Saturday. So questions?
Brian, what about your team gives you the most confidence going into this game?
There's a good deal of guys on this team that have played in big games, and at home, I think, gives me confidence. I think we've won 14 out of 15 games at home. I think there's a confidence factor that we've got some offensive weapons that can make plays, and then defensively, we showed that we can. Do some things effectively against the run. So, in big games like this, you've got to be able to hold your own against the run, and you've got to put some points on the board.
Ryan, can you give us a status update on the 5 guys?
Yeah. I was told that hearings were going to take place, very quickly, and that was on Monday. Today's Thursday. So that was the last information that I got relative to our players in the process of the honor code violations.
So they could have already started and are in progress, or?
I was not told that any of our players were in the process itself, that the process has not actually begun for them. So my understanding is it hasn't happened yet, but it's about to occur very soon.
Given your experience, limited experience with the honor code stuff, does that surprise you that it's this timetable?
No, I don't know that I really had a defined understanding of what the timetable was. I mean, I can't tell you that I actually read up on whether there was actually a timetable. I had put it behind me, really, in terms of whether it was 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a month, and had really relied and continue to rely on Jack to update me on any information. That's what I continue to do.
Brian mentioned difficulty preparing because of all the things they do offensively.
Yeah.
With the new offensive coordinator, Nussmeier, and a much different quarterback from where he came from, is that what you had to balance in trying to prepare for this offense?
Yeah, certainly one game, Appalachian State, the game was a little bit out of control, so we're watching a lot of Alabama film. But, they've got a lot to defend with us as well, you know, and with Brian. So they're watching some NFL film. So, you know, it works both ways. They're trying to defend a lot of things as well. So I was speaking more about what we have to prepare for. I know they've got a lot to prepare for from our standpoint as well.
A lot of talk about the safeties this week. Is Farley's position at nickel just prevent him from being able to communicate? Because is it literally the position he can't communicate with the back end as much?
Oh, no, he can communicate. Oh, no, he's a very good communicator. He's always been a very good communicator. But, you know, it takes reps away from guys that we really believe that we want to accelerate their process and get them ready. And you know, that's Shoemate and Max Redfield. And we're going to get Austin Collinsworth back. So, you know, so we just really believe that Max is going to be a really, really fine football player for us. And this is a great opportunity for Elijah to get the needed reps that he needs back there to be the kind of player we've all believed he can be. So that's really just a decision that really has less to do with Matthias and more to do with those two guys.
Brian, what's your understanding of, the hearings are tomorrow? Do you expect to hear a final resolution on this tomorrow as well? How quickly?
I don't expect it. I have not had expectations really one way or the other. I haven't woke up in the morning going, is this the day? I have dealt with this situation when I first heard of it with maybe blinders on, and that I've focused on the guys that I have, and maybe I miss the guys. I care about them, but I've really I have a responsibility to the guys on my team, and so I've really just stayed focused on them and coaching the heck out of them. And I hope that doesn't come across as callous, but that's really been my focus. I haven't woke up every morning going, is this the day? I really haven't done that.
And I guess just how much time would they, if you got any of them back, how much time would they need before they'd be ready to actually play the game?
If I got them back tomorrow, they'd play on Saturday. I could get them ready, like, right away. There's no, I mean, they're physically conditioned. I know they're working out with Coach Longo. I can tell you that for sure. So they are conditioned, and they've been going to class. I know that. And other than that, they haven't been taking any football reps. But you know, if we were hypothetically to get that call, they'd be running out of that tunnel on Saturday.
Are they in team meetings or film?
No, they're not. Nope. And that's my decision. The university has not. They've only kept them from practices and from games.
How much contact have you had with them on, say, a day-to-day basis?
Personal contact, none. We've kept in contact via text. Just checking and making sure that, you know, they're getting what they need.
Coach, I know this isn't a bowl game, but it seems like from the fan perspective, there's a lot of pressure on it. A lot of fans want to be the ones that can say, oh, we won the game last, you know. How do you guys avoid that kind of pressure, or do you kind of feel like you want that a little bit? You want to be the ones that say, okay, we won the last Notre Dame-Michigan game? Yeah, I think we all want that. We all want to be that group, but we don't get consumed with it. It's wanting to be that group that, you know, says that, hey, we're the last team to beat Michigan, but we're not consumed with it because we know it has nothing to do with winning the game. What we're consumed with is communication, technique, execution, the fundamentals of the game, and that's really what our guys have done a nice job of this week. But sure, they definitely want to be the team that beats Michigan and you know, gets the pat on the back, but they're not consumed with that. They're consumed with what goes to winning.
Brian, you've kept them out of the film room because you feel that would be a distraction?
Yeah, I think more than anything else, I don't want them to feel like they're on, you know, the 24-hour watch as well. You know, take care of your academics. You know, I don't want them to be torn. Just take care of your academics. When this process finishes itself, there's plenty of time to get you in the film room.
What do they do on game days?
They get their 4 tickets. They get their four tickets, and they're in the stands.
Coach, you guys added Ohio State. You know, I know that's a long way in the distance, but that's pretty
I
exciting.
think it's 22.
Yeah. Yep. 2022. So,
Yeah.
I mean, was there excitement there when you heard the news that you guys were going to be adding a big-time program like that?
I think they were probably equally as excited to have Notre Dame on their schedule. So we're looking for those high-profile programs throughout the country. I think we added Georgia. We've added Texas. So I think we continue to look at the kind of programs that have, you know, that national appeal, and certainly Ohio State has that as well.
Brian, how did Torrey Hunter fare this weekend? Did you have any injuries that might keep somebody out?
Yeah, no, Torrey fared very well. He went through individual this week. I'm pretty confident he's gonna be cleared to practice next week and possibly compete. Rob Hunt will make the final decision on that, but I really like the way he moved around this week. We'll see, but he's ahead of schedule, and he was in full gear on Wednesday and did a lot today. So we're very optimistic that next week that he gets released, and we'll see what that turns out to be for the Purdue game. No other injuries, so we got through Thursday without an Austin Collinsworth incident in practice.
Johnny Williams didn't play last week. You had mentioned that he might be able to especially aid with the speed rush. And you have somebody like a Gardner coming around. Is he ready for action, or do you just want to wait for gradually?
Johnny Williams, Jonathan Hayes, those guys are really close. I think it's probably a game time kind of decision that Coach Van Gorder would make. They're practicing very well. We're accelerating them probably a little bit before their time. We don't believe that we need them on the field right now, but if we have any kind of injuries, they're ready to go. And I think that's kind of where we are with both those guys. We like the way they're practicing. They're getting it. They hit a bit of a wall probably the last week or so before we got into the Rice. A lot of overload in terms of the game and the playbook and things of that nature. And they're starting to come back to speed and playing faster. And I still think you'll see their game continue to elevate over the next few weeks.
Brian, what do you think the atmosphere is going to be like at 7:42 Saturday night?
I think it's going to be awesome. I mean, I think that this game has, in itself, has always created a great buzz here. But I think, with it not being played again for, a while, I think that there's added attention to it. It's early in the season here on campus. There's a lot of energy. I just think it's going to be a great college atmosphere.
Brian, when you first got the job, I know Blue Bulls was a great resource for you. I know he's in town this weekend. Do you still keep in contact, or?
We do, yeah.
And is he still a good resource for you?
He is, and he'll talk to the team tomorrow. So it's always good to see Coach, and he's great. He doesn't, he never is somebody that's going to, call you and ask you for anything, but you call him, he gets right back to you. And I had a couple of questions during the summer, and he got right back to me about a couple of things that I wanted asked. I asked him a couple of questions about some things that we were doing internally, and he's that kind of guy, that he'll get right back to you. So he'll talk to our team tomorrow, so we're excited about having him back on campus.
Anything else?
Good.